Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about VOLT Inu, VOLT. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down below, tap that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. While you're down there, if you can hit the like button, that'd be great too. All right, let's jump into this. VOLT Inu, we've been following this for quite some time. If you've been following my channel, you'll know that this is when I bought into VOLT Inu on this pullback back here. I had heard from one of my followers to look into this project, so I did, and looked like there was some momentum to be had. I know that I don't have the full chart here, but I can't seem to find the other one. But so far, the chart I've been using has been playing out just nicely. So I bought in right down over here. We had this big rise up until VOLT change was released, which was right up in here. And we are starting to form, not just starting to, we are finalizing the formation of this rising, broadening wedge. And actually, you could probably pull this thing all the way down to here. This thing's been going for quite a while now. Sorry, let me get rid of just that so we can clean up the chart a little bit. And so what I had said is VOLT change came in, and I said this could possibly be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And so the next piece we really need to pay attention to is after we had this fall right here was the retracement. And so I'd set up a Fibonacci here from top to bottom, and we had come up and almost touched the 618, but it looks like we rolled over, and now we are at support again. And so I guess the next question is where are we going to go? And so you see this line I have here. If you watch my last video, this is my scenario that we could fall down here. But I've got a couple other things I wanted to show you just to see where else this could play out. So far on the RSI on the daily time frame, if I didn't mention it earlier, we are on the daily time frame. So far, the RSI is still holding a higher low, and it is holding above the 50. The problem is you can see that our momentum to the upside is diminished quite a bit. So we had these big rises right here, and then we could barely squeak out. We couldn't even get to the moving average here. Also, the volume's been decreasing this entire time, so there is that. But I want to put on this new indicator that I have called Fluid Trades, SMC Light. And I'm going to turn that on, and it kind of just shows you the supply and demand areas. And so we hit supply right here at the top, and that was probably printed after this candle was printed. But I want to go down to the 12-hour actually, and just point out a couple of areas of demand. So actually one of my lines here is a strong area of demand it shows. Also down lower than, my estimate of where we could fall is also a demand level that also coincides with the bottom over here. And then chance we do have, so actually, if this does play out to the downside, like I actually think it is, I see us falling, hitting this demand area right here, and possibly getting a retracement up. And if that happens, one thing you really want to pay attention to again is another Fibonacci from this top right here down to wherever it happens. Let's just go to the demand area. And watch for the retracement. The retracement right here would actually line us up perfectly with the 618 to do a retest of this previous support as now resistance. And what that could do then is reject, and we can come down to this next demand area right here. And honestly, if VOLT Inu is to remain bullish, now this is actually fairly normal. You get a buy the rumor, sell the news, you fall. And then if the project is solid and it remains bullish, then you come down a little bit, and then you continue on to the upside. That happens all the time. So this is kind of the way I might see this playing out. We'll take a deeper dive here in just a second. What was I going to say? So anyway, that's our first spot for a possible retracement. Come back down, come up, hit the resistance, come down again, come down to this demand area. And at worst case scenario, well, maybe not worst case we go even lower. But, for any bulls out there, the worst case scenario would be this demand area down here. Let me go and turn that off now. And another thing that I'm noticing is this giant head and shoulders pattern that's playing out here. And I don't remember if I talked about this in my last video. This could actually be where I got this. Yeah, that's exactly where I got this target from, is right there. So this giant head and shoulders has not played out yet. We have to break below this support line here in order for it to play out. So we'll just have to wait for that. But now I want to go down to the lower time frames, and this is something that I saw that was kind of concerning for VOLT Inu. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Now, this is obviously very short term, so take it for what you will. But I saw that we had lower highs coming in, and we were forming pretty much a descending triangle here. And what happened is we broke through the descending triangle. This is again on the 1 hour, so it's not that important. But now we are just right at this moment with 13 and a half minutes to go on this candle. So my video won't even be out by the time we see what happens in this area. But we are coming back to retest now what was support that is now possibly turning into resistance. Now, a good sign here is we are getting slightly bullish divergence on the 1 hour as well. So you've got lower lows here, and then on the RSI, you've got some higher lows here. And so we are creating divergence, so that could play out and bring us up just a little bit. I'm not sure where exactly, but that could save this move right here. So actually, let's go to the 4 hour. I haven't actually checked out the 4 hour, see if I can see anything else that might be happening here. So on the 4 hour, we are just getting rejected off the moving average multiple times. So we fell through it, rejection, 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 and no divergence there. We still have plenty of room to go on the trend directional here, so unfortunately we can still fall further. But again, what I could see possibly happening is we fall through all the way down to that demand area, which was roughly down in this area, come back up, retest, and then fall again. Pay attention to this move right here. Otherwise, if we do hold this as support, so that's all the bearish news right there for this. If we do hold this as support, which unfortunately I just don't see as likely unless something really crazy comes out here really soon. So if we do hold this as support, the first thing we need to do is break above, or the first thing VOLT Inu needs to do is break above this 618 for me to even consider it to be a bullish move, and then come back down, hold support above this resistance line right here, and then continue on to the upside. And if you look at that on a larger time frame here, that actually is doable still. So there is still hope here that, we come down, we hold the support, we continue on to the upside. As you can see on the right-hand side of my screen here, almost everything is in the green today, except for VOLT Inu, and looks like Jasmine is at 0% move. But almost everything over here on my chart, which I've got a lot of stuff that I follow here, just a couple are in the red, everything else is in the green. And so, there is a chance that the market is shifting. Bitcoin looks like it's trying to break through 17,000 right now, which is a good sign. And the total market cap, everything but Bitcoin is doing okay, 2.5%. So there is a chance that the market can push this project higher, or some major news that might be releasing soon, which, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't know, other than Volti change, I didn't know. I don't know what's next for the project. Everybody that's following the project will know. And so if you believe that that news is going to change the price in the bullish direction, then you should hope that the support holds here and continues on to the upside. Those are kind of my views on VOLT Inu right now. It does look, unfortunately, that we might roll over and fall down here. If not, then hope and look for a higher high right here. We have to get above this area right here in order for me to get even somewhat bullish on the price. But yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, and thank you again for all the new subscribers. I am, I just made it over 1,000, I think last week, and I'm already gaining, almost to 1,100 here. So, that's awesome. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And just remember, not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.